All right, and we're back, folks. How y'all doing? So we're gonna have a little talkie right now, just you all and I. All right. So, like I said, my name is Tyree Sneed. All right. I am the Batman. I was just talking about all this stuff going on, but it's a lot. So I'm gonna try to summarize for you because it's relevant to all this, and this is what's going on and what we're here for. All right. Well, like I said, everything's pretty much been explained, but to summarize for y'all, what I think has happened and what I think is going on, right? I mean, it's all pretty much been explained, right? We have to make sure when we're on here, we're talking about positive things, you know, but there's a lot of factors involved in this. That's all I need people to know. There's a lot going on. Like I said, within my trust, I think there's a lot more money in that trust. My dad had told me there's a lot of money in that trust. There's no way there was just a couple of what, $1,000. There's no way. There's more money in that trust. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all is that the point of all this, okay, it makes perfect sense. You know, Batman had to go, the Dark Knight had to go through a period of stagnation as well. Remember when they did their whole thing with the stock market, right? Using his fingerprints, remember? Okay. So it's the same exact thing. It's the same exact, pretty much exact situation, a little bit different form, right? But it's the same type of stuff. There's more money in that trust. Okay. Now, like I said, I already had downloads tell me what I think she did with it, allegedly, Carly Fiorina, allegedly, what she did with that money. But the point is, there's no way to really hide it. I mean, you know, if requested by a lawyer, I'm sure they have to provide proof of what was in that trust. You know, so there's a lot of people participating in you know, what I believe is illegal activity, conspiracy, and these folks are not going to get away with what they're doing. It's just that simple. All right. Like I was saying, I mean, this is all spiritual. That's why I had no choice. This is real. What I do with the Batman thing, it's not fake. It's extremely real, and it's something I had to do. You know what I mean? Hold up. It's all crystal clear, man. It's crystal clear what's going on. It's crystal clear reality. It's crystal clear that these people write checks they can't cash. It's crystal clear that they don't know what they're doing. It's crystal clear that all these people are corrupt and they've committed a million crimes. It's crystal clear, and we have concrete proof that people were paid off, that people accepted bribes, right, from these folks online. To me, it's crystal clear that these folks online, again, come from Carly Fiorina, allegedly, right? It's crystal clear what's going on. You got YouTubers saying her name, referencing her when I'm brought up, right? Because they know what they think I don't. And I'm very aware of what's going on. Like I said, there is more money in that trust. Okay. You're talking to a guy who I am supposed to be extremely wealthy. And I think it's going to happen just like it would in the movie. I think, and I already got a download and confirmation of this, and they told me to be quiet about my blessings. They keep saying that because, well, there's people who want to take what I have and what I'm being blessed with, right? But I got to get it first. So when I get it, sure, I'll be quiet about it. But I mean, it's going to be kind of hard because people are going to figure out real quick if this happens. And there ain't been a thing in them readings that I've seen for the past 2, 3 years that hasn't happened and taken place. Pretty much all of it that I've seen has happened and taken place. Every prediction that I made has come true. You have people who are nobody on YouTube projecting every day. I heard you today whining. I heard him over there crying. And they're repeating my phrases saying that they're making predictions that they haven't made. Talking about conspiracies. I'm these people's hero. They say they don't watch my content, but they're trying to copy my every word. They literally want to be me. So at the end of the day, they can't even keep a channel, but we over here still making money. It's just the problem is like I can't get to it. Like I literally have like no money and I got to make it through like 2 months. And then I still got to get some money into the bank account somehow. We have some time because it's the beginning of the month, right? It's only the 3rd. So we have till next month, till around the 3rd and the 8th or so, I believe. But there's going to be fees on both of those days, banking fees. I have the money for this month for them. One of them just came in. The next will come in around the 8th. And I'll just have barely anything in the bank, right? And this is how Batman have to move because of what I've been through in my position with and everything. So people don't get there's a lot that's happened. I've lived all over the US. I've accomplished a lot. Like, I don't know. It's not the situation that these people wanted to pick. They have no business speaking on me. I travel. I'm Batman. I'm doing so much. I'm busy. And you don't seem to get, like, I have situations set up everywhere. I've got everything going for me. Okay. So, again, the whole point is that we don't need to speak to the so called enemy. You're not equate to be my enemy. You're not anywhere near my level. Hold on. It kind of feels good just tonight to walk around as me. There ain't nobody out here, bro. In case y'all didn't notice, I don't run and hide from nobody and nothing. We're out in the middle of nowhere. There ain't nothing out here. Okay. I don't know why y'all think I'm around all these people all the time. I don't even really talk to too many people. I've been very isolated for the past 2, 3 years, and all I do is train. All I do is train and be Batman. That's it. It's literally all I do. I don't care about the things you care about. I'm just trying to do the best I can, and that's it. I'm just listening to God, and I'm trying to follow God's instruction. I'm telling you the truth. The downloads I keep receiving said I'm about to get a gift. I'm about to get something that obviously has to do with my inheritance. What I think happened is, like I said, I know for a fact that my inheritance was stolen. Okay? That is not made up. That is not fake. That is reality. Right? They never gave me my inheritance. That's what this was all about. So then these internet trolls were sent, I believe, by Carly Fiorina, allegedly, to cover up the plot of what happened because I believe that, like I said, my inheritance was stolen, right? Who else did it? I mean, she's in control of the trust, right? She refused to resign. I did ask her to resign later on. She refused to resign. I mean, come on, it's pretty obvious who it's all coming from. They wouldn't give me the easement, which would have given me an extra $50,000 when I sold the property. I'm living my life. I don't care about Carly Fiorina. You're a waste of my time. You're a failure. You failed with Hewlett Packard. All you do is fail. You don't own anything. There's no competition here. Carly Fiorina could never come close to me financially, even now. I own that much wealth. Literally, I'm not like broke. I'm wealthy. I'm broke in cash because I'm Batman. And because, like I said, these people have targeted me. I've been set up a million times. I've been through hell, right? And I'm trying to rebuild, and I just don't have the resources available to do so right now. And that's what it is, right? I'm not worried about it. I wish that I could just make enough doing what I do, but I need people to donate some real money right now. That's the only way that I can have what I need. Okay. So I need the help of the public, number one. Hold on. So, no, this is just what it is. This is reality. I mean, this is the situation. I need the public to step up. Things are not always going to be like this. They never were. Like I said, I was cooking before this. I was making great money, doing well. I was paying for a hotel every night, every other night in Austin, where I don't live. I mean, I've had it moving. People love my cooking. So I took that money. I turned around. I became Batman, right? I knew I was Batman the entire time, right? Did the real thing, shut down male, female witches' covens, shut down, defeated the whole Freemasonry, all the Masons, the Illuminati, the real thing. I didn't just do radio against you. I defeated you in the street. I mean, I've really won. It's like Alfred said. Alfred said, you got him at the point of desperation. You understand? Like, it is what it is. Here, hold on. I'm going to film a video. This is going to be funny. Hold up. Oh, for real. That video going to be a good one. I already know what I'm going to do with it. So, I mean, God has blessed me, man. You know, God gave me a career doing this, speaking publicly. The whole public and world can tune in and see what the hell Batman's going through and dealing with. Like I said, it's just a lot, man. It'd be a lot for anyone. It's past a lot. It's been way too much. But you know, God created me as a product of chaos, out of the chaos. You know what I mean? And He told me that He was molding me. He was going to build me. I mean, I just noticed Him building something that's super resilient. That's how I feel. Because I don't feel like I can handle it all. I'm tired. I'm tired of all this nonsense. Like, it's too much. But, you know, it's almost like it builds me. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. So, I mean, obviously, I can handle it because I have for all these years, you know? So, you know, at the end of the day, wow, that's nice. You're driving with your lights off, homie. That's what I'm saying. And see, that's exactly how it happens right there. It just takes one bad apple. One bad, that freaked me out too. You know what I mean? That's exactly what we're trying to avoid out here. Yeah, see, they let folks drive without their lights on, but you're going to tell me they ain't corrupt and they do their job? Come on, bro. Like I said, y'all focused on the wrong things, bro. If you just pay attention, it'd be a lot better. But it is what it is. Like I said, it's why we have a Batman too. Folks cannot drive. And that's exactly how they do it too. That's how these little evil, illegal, cowardly organizations work too. They'll try to stage things like accidents. That's what I believe they did with my father. That's why when I'm out here, I keep my eyes peeled. You understand? I'm not letting it happen to me. I'm going to let you know right now, I'm going to be a different story. I ain't letting y'all do none of your little nonsense. Let's sit here and laugh at you while I win. Took over the streets, took over every block. Like I said, Batman is the real deal. I don't do no fronting, I don't do no flogging, I don't do no faking. You feel me? And I got the courage and the heart to actually face all this stuff head on in the street. And in reality, I ain't afraid of none of you and nothing you got to offer. Y'all is funny. Yeah, your high beams aren't helping. So at the end of the day, like I said, we're going to do what we do. Right? I could see. See, I move through faith, just like I move out here. I'm a bat. I move through faith. Everything is all faith. Look at them flashing the high beams up there. Like, why are you flashing your high beams? That should be illegal. You don't need to flash them. Just put them on and that's it. You understand? You shouldn't need them anyway out here. So my whole point, there's more money in that trust, bro. I think there's millions in that trust. You understand? That's the thing. I've earned my money. I've earned my keep. I should deserve my money and my blessings. I believe in God's promise. I do. I don't doubt for 1 second, as hard as it is, as impossible as it looks right now. I don't have no money for like 2 months, nothing. You know what I mean? Today, again, God provided. I mean, I don't even understand it. It's just, I would like to get out of this situation. Like, I'm praying, God, please pull me out. Like, I want to get where I have my money that I deserve and earn and can do what I need to do. I want to be with Christina. So the point is, Christina has negotiated, she said, a $17.6 million settlement with, I think, like, they're going to divvy it up a certain way, something like that, right? I have to ask her if it's like separate or what, all them other digits, if that's on top of it or what, but it's plenty of dough for everything. My point is this. How'd I put this? She said something like $176,000 for furniture. So we have a possible 17.6, supposed to be guaranteed, $1 million settlement, right? That she's done an excellent job negotiating, right? I'm Bruce Wayne in reality. Oh, for real. That's hilarious. It's just funny because these people counted me out and they've talked so much. And God said, you know what? I'm going to make him Batman. Every time that they think they're going to win, God says, no, I'm going to make it worse. Keep talking. He's going to make me Kirby. It's hilarious. You boys can't stop me. None of you. Bruce Wayne is the real deal. Real talk. Y'all ain't used to seeing me like this. You used to seeing me in the bat suit. You folks is funny. Sneed Enterprises is the future, baby. Right? So like I said, at the end of the day, I've had to take risks. I've been through hell. Been a lot of serious situations. I was set up and targeted by your government, by the military complex, all of them. All of them came for me. They've thrown everything they can at me physically. I've been through everything and overcame things no human could. I mean, you created a monster and a superhero. Literally, I'm the real deal. I do have superpowers. Batman has superpowers, and I got superhuman strength. That's for sure. Okay? And I'm already gliding. I mean, good luck, bro. Like, the suit needs work. That's the thing. The suit ain't really holding up no more. It's too low. It got me today, and it didn't feel nice. I need money. I need the money. It's just that simple, man. I don't know if I'm going to take a break from the Batman stuff. It might be good for me to, get my mind right, kind of adjust, reset. It's what God told me, rest, reset. Maybe that's what he's talking about. If that's what he's talking about, though, then that means money is coming. That means he's about to bless me and give me the blessings. Like I said, I already got the message in the download. It said that. It said basically something about my inheritance is coming, that it's connected to something with inheritance, right? That's what it stated. So obviously, if the readings are always true, which they are, then that would make sense. It's with the inheritance, because there's nothing else. And they said it's good news. So, I mean, finally, now the question is when, but that's what it said. It said that it's coming. I think it's my inheritance, bro. Like, I deserve it. Everybody else got their money. Like I said, how do you think all these people have these places and these things? Because they were given the money that they were supposed to get. I didn't get any money through my entire teenage years. That was spent on trinkets and useless things. Like these people don't get, I'm supposed to be rich. That's why this is weird. No, it was never a I made a mistake or I wasted anything. No, that was never what happened. In fact, I made investments my entire life and you're jelly because I made the right investments. You just started getting online and making up stories? Yeah, you definitely were sent by Carly Fiorina, allegedly, but it's obvious, right? Because it's the same thing she was doing, projecting what she did. What do you mean? Everything you have is stolen and you don't have anything. You're a Mason. Listen, we don't care what y'all do. Understand? That's the thing. Like, I don't understand why you do those things and sit talk like that and think it accomplishes something. Like, you're wasting your time, bro. You're miserable. You're poor. You have no money. You'll never own anything. You're a Mason. You sold your soul. That's the facts. And you're getting outdone, Carly. That's the truth. You're getting outdone. You got outdone forever. You got outdone. You lost with this one. You lost with everybody. You understand? And like, do you think God is going to let go what I believe you're probably responsible for? I think you're responsible for what happened to my father, allegedly, but 100% I think you're responsible. Yes, I think there was foul play involved, 100%. I think the article from Navasota of what happened to my dad, I think it proves that. It makes sense that it doesn't make any sense what happened. So, yeah, I think you had everything to do with it. Yep. And no, you're not going to get away with it. You understand? So at the end of the day, I'm really Batman. I went through the real thing. And you have to understand, Carla Fiorina was my dad's sister. His sisters made everything hell. Okay? Clara and Carly. Clara has everything to do with this too. Hold on. She's not going to sit there and act like she's innocent. No, Clara has a lot to do with this. Yes. And you tried to make a living off writing a book about what the men in my family did. Like, it's just absolutely unbelievable. These people, like, I mean, you just couldn't even make it up, bro. Like, what kind of people are you? You know, I know my grandfather is looking down, like, he literally said it was came out in a download in a reading. He spoke through the reading. He said, I didn't raise you to be heartless. You know, like, well, you should have realized whatever Carly is, because I mean, that ain't no human. Like, she's evil as it gets. She looks literally like the you know who in the Wizard of Oz, the green character. Yeah, she looks like that witch. And guess what? I think she is a witch. That's why all her friends are what? Witches. That's how she got this coven on me on the internet, and they started following me around. Yeah, it don't come from that other stuff. It comes from that. That's what I think. So at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter, right? None of that even matters. It'll just, come out in court and they'll probably have to investigate and figure everything out, right? But the fact is, I mean, you know, the truth's already out, right? Like I said, there's tons of money in that trust, and the trust is not just that's not the inheritance. The trust is one part of it. That's my trust. Like, but there's a lot more inheritance, I believe. There's supposed to be properties. Like, I'm supposed to be richer than like the Prince of Saudi Arabia. Like, literally, that's the thing. Like, I'm not just talking. Like, this is my real story. That's why people are funny to me. I always had money. I always made money. I've always been mad successful, right? Always run circles around people financially. And all these people on the internet, they just are jellied. And it's sad. It's not a good look. It's sad, and that's why I don't talk to you folks. I don't want to. It's unbelievable, man, that y'all have no love in your heart. Like, none. It's sad. It's sad for you, but I do. And I'm going to continue to be me. And that's it. Stay to myself. Focus on me. Like I said, I have no idea like how my needs are going to be met, how I'm going to be provided for, how anything is going to happen every day. And that's the beauty of life, man, and the beauty of believing in God. Like I said, he provided for me again today, man. I couldn't even believe it. I wasn't even paying attention. God just works in mysterious ways. He did it yesterday. He did it again today. I try to not sweat anything. I try to not worry about what people say. I have no choice. I'm going with the flow. I'm not worried about what people think, man. That's what the download said. So God is talking to me every day. This is irritating. What is this? Come on, man. God talks to me every day, and he's walking me through step by step. He said, keep your eyes on me. Okay. I set 83 world records. I'm in my lane. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. 83 world records. What did I do? 190 pull-ups today. I'd like to see anybody in the world do that or try. The world record was originally 105. I just did 190. That means I did like 85 more. Sorry, wait, how much? Yeah, 85 more than the world record. Can't be serious. Many people can never come close to me, bro. Ever. Ever. You understand? Hilarious. None of them. They can never compete. They can't find anyone who can compete. 190 pull-ups. And I did it pretty easily. You understand? So, and I'm not even done. I'm still just barely getting started. So my whole point is, like I said, I'm doing this training. I've always trained because I have to move like that in the street. I train for real because I do the real thing. I've been the real Batman, like I said, going on. This is my third year, right? Gotten so much done, more than any agency, any department across the nation, across the world. I don't care what no one tells you. Batman has changed things. Crime rates have lowered because of Batman, because of me. You understand? At the end of the day, the whole point is, what I think is going to happen is I think they're giving me and leaving me a whole company like Wayne Enterprises. I think that they're going to leave me the family company. That's what I think is going to happen. There was a company I walked into. I don't know if they were attorneys or what. I think it was bigger than attorneys. I remember it as a kid, and it kind of looks like Wayne Enterprises. And I think that's my company. I think they're going to give it to me. You understand? Because I think somebody knows I'm responsible, and they know, and this was told to me in a reading, and they know I'll do the right thing with it. I think it's going to be just like the movie. I think that I really, Bruce Wayne is just a cover up for my name. And this story is about me. I truly believe, without a shadow of a doubt, 100%. First, I know God is real. This is God's plan. And I truly believe that all the depictions of Bruce Wayne, that's me. And I think that's what this is about. I don't doubt it for a millisecond. And I think that they're going to give me that company. And man, I would love that. It's a beautiful company. I just remember walking into it as a kid. Like the surroundings in it are absolutely gorgeous. You understand? And I mean, we're talking serious money. And the thing is, if they give me all this, and it's not they, it's God, and it's the wealth transfer happening right now, the wealth of the wicked is coming to the righteous. So that's the thing. I have to just hold on and do the best I can and focus on God. I'm not after money. I just need these things so that I'm okay and I'm good and I'm safe and I don't have to worry no more. And so I can do God's will and God's work. He knows. He knows where my heart's at and what I'm trying to do. And that's the thing. I would run the company. I'd be the CEO, just like Bruce Wayne was depicted, of a major, huge company. Like this is an actual company. Okay. And then I'd be Batman. So I'd literally do the same thing. I'd use the division, like he said, the whatever division, and they were downstairs, remember? I'm going to use that division and figure out how to use that company to build my resources to be Batman. And I'm not going to tell people. I mean, I'm sure people are going to figure it out, but, because it's public now. But the point is, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to use my resources available to build tumblers and bat pods and all that, and I'm going to be Batman while I own a company. You understand? So I already made the video. Like, remember the line where I wasn't sitting down for it? I'm in amazing shape, by the way, and you'll see it in the video. But, whenever the lighting is good on me, you can see it. I mean, y'all just don't get it. I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed beyond belief, bro. You understand? That's my whole thing. Like, yeah, I'm trying to do what I can, but my job is not to worry about money, bro. God is supposed to handle all that for me. I just am trying to keep my business going. Like, that's what I'm saying. It changes my whole mood if y'all would just donate me like at least 20 to 50 to $100 right now. At least that. At least give me 20, because then I don't have to worry for the other month at least. I mean, I still will, because I got to keep paying for what I need. If you give it to me, I got to use it for that too. But at least I could get enough in there, because I already have this month covered for the fees. But I got to cover the next month. If not, well, it'll eat my check. And I don't want to lose my check. That's going to be pretty big. We're up over $95. And that's the thing. This is all just temporary, bro. Like, that's what they don't get. This is going to be pocket change in our pocket, Christina and I. This is going to be nothing. Okay? This is about the business that I've created with it and being able to make buku bucks with it on top of everything else we got. And that's what makes sense to me. We live in a world where righteousness does carry, and it means everything, where God is everything. We don't live in some hopeless, pit of hell valley. I mean, that's not what it is. We live in a world where God is real. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't doubt God's promise for a minute. And I want to make sure I say that to the world now while I'm in this position, so that when you do see God turn my life around, you can know that it's because I had faith. You can know that it's because I didn't doubt God ever. I never doubt God. I just get discouraged with my circumstances. I get discouraged with having to go through the same things and having everybody, act some way and treat me some way and everything be impossible. That's all. It's hard. I'm human, but I never doubt God. Never. I would never doubt God. God has done so much for me. I'm so grateful. He never has to do anything for me, but I hope he does. And I just believe he will. I know he will, because he knows I deserve it. I've earned it. I truly deserve this. I'm truly righteous. I'm a good person, good man. I've been good to everyone my whole life. I mean, I have a clear conscience completely. I mean, I'm 36. I've lived a hell of a life, and I'm just barely getting started. Like I said, I just set 83 world records in the past couple of months. Okay. Did 190 pull ups today in one set. I mean, like I said, that's the point. I think they're going to give me a company. I think I'm going to get the whole company, and I'll see what the name is. If it has Sneed in it, I may name it Sneed Enterprises. We'll see. I may leave it the same. I'll probably leave it the same depending on if I like it or what it is. Sneed Enterprises will be something we build on top of it, but we'll build another company called Sneed Enterprises. But whatever the name is, I don't think I'd mess with that if I like it. Hopefully it has my family name in it, Sneed, because that's what this is all about, the Sneeds. And these people were after my lineage. They didn't want to see my lineage succeed. And, that's a lot of weight to carry, man. Everything for me every day is a lot of weight to carry. That's why I just let go and let God. It's not for me to carry all that. That's not my job. It's just not. I'm a human being. So at the end of the day, I just do the best I can. I mean, I stood up to these people. I did everything right all across the board. I'm very proud of myself. That's all I can really say, man. Like I said, I think that's what's going to happen. I think that they're going to give me this company and all this money. And like I said, that's the difference between somebody else who, inherits a company and me. Because when I get my company and I get my money, I'm actually have the skills where I'm already Batman. And what you have to understand is that's pure dominance and power. Batman has the ability to affect anything, to affect street politics, business deals. It's the truth, anything. And there's nothing they can do about it because it's just pure dominance and I have too much money. You think your client, one of the wealthiest, most powerful men in the world, is secretly at night a vigilante who spends his nights, criminals to what, with his what, right? With his bare hands, and your plan is to do what y'all are trying to do to this person. Good luck. Exactly the point. We're not giving nobody, none of y'all, no money. We're going to help the people who help me. I already told people this. The people, if I get all this, when God delivers, I don't even look at it as an if, when. When God delivers and gives me everything I deserve and everything I've done all this for, I've earned my money, man. All this training was me earning my money. It was me earning my future and everything, me earning my blessings. So I passed every test with flying colors. I've listened to God and I've stepped up and I won. I did what God told me to do. I didn't do it with an agenda of receiving anything. But if that's his will, cool. I do think that I earned it. I think I deserve it. I know I do. He knows I do. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna run that company and I'm gonna be Batman, the real thing. And that's what these folks don't get. I mean, I don't really got time to focus on you YouTubers. Like I said, I'm gonna be coming up against gangs and all sorts of illegal organizations like I always have. And that's the thing. This was my life's passion. This is my calling. This is what I'm supposed to do. So it's like, it's a big deal because, like I said, I'm going to go from nothing to something, from rags to riches, right in front of your face. Watch, I'm predicting it right now. Every prediction I made came true. There's my prediction. They've already told me this. It's all going to happen, bro. So y'all can just sit there and be upset and be in your feelings, because I'm just saying anyone else who got the money in a company, they're just going to sit there and not do anything special and just, just sit there basically and do nothing. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to be Batman. I'm going to use the company resources to build all my stuff. Like, this was meant to happen. I think all of it. I mean, that's the thing. Everything happens for a reason, right? Got to have faith, man. I believe in God, bro. I believe in God's plan. I believe in God's promises. So I think it's going to work out. But that's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to give me a whole company and all the money, properties, everything. And like I said, I'll be Batman and I'll be able to change things on a major level and scale. All right. Now, let me go ahead and get going because they're playing their nonsense while they celebrate nothing. Because all these people are poor and they haven't accomplished anything. For real. All right. But yeah, get ready for the Batman, man. That's all I can say. I think it's coming right around the corner. I probably will be quiet about it when it happens, but it'll be hard. You're going to see a big difference in lifestyle quickly. And that's the thing. I think I got money coming before all this happens, and then we're going to get more money. And that's what we need so I can make sure Christina's okay and be there with her myself. So we'll try to figure it all out, man. All right. Talk to you in a minute.